We're starting a new chapter on measurements. Now, I know you've done some measurements in the past, but in grade 6, we take it to a whole nother level, okay? So boys, this video is just an introduction to 8A. Before you continue with this video, I want you to hit pause and I want you to go read page 159 in your textbook and try and understand what page is telling you. Don't just read the words, but try and understand what they're trying to tell you about what we're going to be learning about. And then I want you to work through example 1 and 2 in your textbook. Just look at them, see how they work things out. And once you've done that, come back here, okay? I'm going to let you do that now. All right, fantastic. Boys, the reason I tell you to go read the textbook is that textbook is actually helpful. It does give a better explanation sometimes than I can give, okay? And if you take the time to read it, and then you come watch the video, you're getting the same information in twice. And that repeating of information is really going to help you understand this, okay? It's really going to help that stuff stick in your head. All right, so boys, let's work through some problems together, okay? The first problem is this. You've got a scale, and somebody says, here's a scale. I measured myself, and I'm on that red line, but I don't know how much that red line is. Can you help me and tell me how much that red line is? All right, so boys, when you look at this problem, it's a little tricky because that red line isn't on a line that has a number on it. Because if it was here, we'd know they were 45 kilograms. And if it was here, we'd know they're 46. But it's on one of these small lines. So we know they're somewhere between 45 and 46. So they're going to be a decimal fraction. It's going to be 45 point something, okay? It can't be, these little lines can't represent 1 whole kilogram, okay? So all you guys need to do is, there are other ways to do it, but the simplest way to do it is to try and figure out, guess what these little lines mean, and then add them up and see if they work. So if I say each one of these equals half a kilogram. So I go 45 and a half, 46, 46 and a half, 47, 47 and a half. Okay, you see, I'm already at 47 and a half, and this number over here is 46. So it can't be bigger than the number over here. So these numbers over here can't be bigger than this number over here. So it can't be half a kilogram. All right, and we can keep trying to work it out, but I'm going to give you the idea. If you guys take a moment, see if you can figure it out by yourself. All right, welcome back. Let's see if you figured it out correctly. So 45, and then this would be 45.1. And this one would be 45.2. Okay, but let's not stop there. Let's make sure I'm right. So this would be 45.3, 45.4, 45.5, 45.6, 45.7, 45.8, 45.9. Then this one would be 46, right? And that's what it says, 46. So then I know I'm right. So then I can go back and work it out. 45.1, 45.2. So the answer is 45.2 kilograms. Hopefully you guys got that. All right, the next problem is this jug over here. Pause the video and quickly see if you can figure out how much this jug has in it. All right, fantastic. So let me work through it with you. There is enough information here to work out how much that is, or at least get pretty close to how much that is. So we know if the water line was here, it would be 5 liters. And we do know that if the water level was here, it would be 0 liters. So we know between here and here, 5 liters fills in. Okay, let's count how many lines we have between 0 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go up and we're at 5 liters. So there are these 5 lines, and each line should represent 1 liter because this is 5 liters. So we go 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liters, 4 liters, and 5 liters. So we know how much each big line represents. But the water is in between 2 big lines. So what we need to do is we need to kind of use our common sense. We look at it and we go, well, that looks exactly like it's halfway between the 3 liter line and the 4 liter line. So we say it is 3.5 liters. Okay, so that's the answer. All right, let's try one more together. Boys, can you tell me how many kilometers per hour this needle is measuring? Okay, pause the video and give it a shot. All right, fantastic. So let's take a look. We've got big lines, and every big line we increase by 20. So we go from 0 plus 20 is 20. 20 plus 20 is 40. 40 plus 40 is 60. 60 plus 60 is 80. So we're each one of those big lines, the space between the 2 big lines is 20. Then in between every big line, we've got a small line. So 2 big lines, 1 small line. Big lines, small line. So that small line is directly in the middle between those 2 big lines. So we know it must be half of that distance. So we know this distance is 20 kilometers per hour. So that must be 10. And between here and here is 20 again. So 20 plus 20 is 40. Halfway between that must be another 10. So it must be 30. So we can go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. All right. So we now know this little line here is 70 and this big line over here is 80. And the needle is halfway between them. So what is halfway between 70 and 80? 75. So we know that the answer is 75 kilometers per hour. And that's the last thing I want to say to you, boys, is whenever you give us an answer in maths, always include the units that we're measuring. So if you told me it was 75, you'd be wrong. If you told me it was 75 kilometers, you'd be wrong. If you said it was 75 kilometers per hour, you'd be right. Okay? Please, boys, make sure you include the units. I'm looking at you now. Make sure you always write the units. All right. Fantastic, boys. Remember, we're in the Google Meet. If you need us, look forward to chatting to you. Cheers.